All right, Eli Tomac, third place overall today. Dean Wilson, second place overall. Marvin Musquin, 1-1 on today. Incredible performance. We know that you struggled with a knee injury there for a while. Just give us a little idea on coming into this round, the result putting up, everything that kind of went into leading into this performance, because I know you've had a slippery slope lately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing really well. You know, we've been training really hard, and you know, I've been getting better. Redbud was pretty good, and Southwick was going to be good, but unfortunately, some mistakes. But the riding was good, and but today, I mean, just the track was just really, really technical, really challenging, and we made the right, you know, the right changes on the bike, and it worked really well. I was able to get a whole shot in the first moto, which helped, you know, really well, and just trying to pull away from those guys and try to win that moto, and it worked out really well. And the second moto, I was just wanted to do the same, and I was like 8th place, but I got up to 4th really quick on the first lap, and Eli was right in front of me, so I was like, man, that's gonna be good, you know, that's gonna be a battle. But unfortunately for him, he went down on the first lap, and it just shows you, you know, how tough that track was, and that's it. You know, I was able to get around for lead the race, and just you know, Baggett was behind and trying to give it a run, but just try to be consistent and pulled away from him at the end, and just going 1-1. You know, it's just a dream come true right now. It's amazing. So I'm really happy about that.
So this will be your first 1-1 overall finish.
Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah.
And so that second or the first moto, did it surprise you a little bit on how big of a lead you did have out in first?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the speed was good because in practice I was able to get some good lap times, and you know, when you're leading, it helps so much, and you don't get roosted, and you just can get, you know, go wherever you want and pick the good lines, and yeah, I try to push and get a gap, and obviously Eli, you know, was not in the second place. You know, he had to make passes, so. You know, I was just, controlling the race and looking back, you know.
Cool. Dean, 3-3 on the day. You ended Southwick with a third in the second moto, giving you third overall. Just kind of run us down the day, what you thought of the track.
Yeah, I mean, a really good day today. I'm very happy. I actually struggled this morning in that deep, rutty, loamy, soft stuff. I qualified 11th, so... I was off the pace, and then I ripped a really good start the first moto, and I was behind Marv, but I had no flow, and I was still searching for my flow, and I was obviously off the pace. So I just tried to hold strong and find some better lines. I was kind of moving around the track, and by the end I felt kind of half decent, but I was happy to get a third in that one, and then second moto, another great start, which I was so happy about because it's been a while since I got some good starts. And a little bit rough the first couple laps, but I just kind of maintained that pace that wasn't amazing, but kind of cruised around for third, which was awesome. And then I didn't realize I got second overall, which was even more bittersweet. So it's been really good couple of weeks. So just got to keep working hard and keep plugging away.
Awesome. Eli, in that second moto, going down right off the bat, getting back, once you got back up, it seemed to be like it took you a little while to get going, but once you did, you just started climbing through and tearing through the pack, getting yourself back on the podium. Just kind of take us through what was going through your head when you picked yourself back up from that crash.
You know, when I went down, I just was trying to get up on my feet as fast as I could and get to the bike. You know, luckily it happened at the end of that first lap to where the field was strung out and I wasn't totally buried in the pack when I ended up getting back on. And then the worst part was actually a second crash up after the one tabletop and then the triple step up, clipped someone's rear tire, and crashed again. So that's the one that really did me in there. So it was it was just a scramble to get going, and was pretty fortunate to make it back to 5th, all things considered. And, I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Does it give you a lot of confidence knowing that even on a bad day like today, you still extended your points championship?
When I look at it, yeah, we walked away and said that, we made a point on Baggett. So, like I said, all things considered, very fortunate for those both of the crashes and be able to have a straight bike and be able to make it back to 5th.
Eli, talk about that crash. What happened in there?
The first crash was just a cross rut going down that hill. It's, the dirt was just spongy as it could ever be, really. And then I tucked my front end, and then by that time my bars were out of my hands and I was doing a somersault. So just a little cross rut there.
Where does this rank in the track so far this year? Was today the most difficult one we've seen?
It was tough. It was tough to get a flow, like a couple of these guys said, and it was just tough to. The lines would change, and then the spongy dirt. It's just you can't really get comfy. It's a little bit harder to get comfy.
Dean, is it a coincidence that you get a podium and then suddenly you get good starts? Is this a confidence thing? Is it a coincidence, or is there something to this?
It could be because I didn't actually get to practice any starts since Southwick, I believe. So maybe just don't practice the starts, but it could be the confidence. I just kind of ventured out on the outside there on the start, and I knew it was a little bit softer on the inside, and it was so nice to get good starts and kind of be up front with the fast guys right away, and learn from them. It was good.
Yeah, is that almost a next step that you need to take here as you're moving back up to get starts and see what the opening pace is and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think I just don't think my pace is there yet, but obviously I'm working on it. But I just need to tidy a few things up on my riding. My bike's working really good, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's just kind of a bit of technique and stuff like that I'm lacking in to get to where these guys are. But I'm just going to keep working hard and hopefully get there.
Marvin, just talk about the knee rehab. Like, were you having to do your regular training and then also do other stuff for your knee, or were you not doing your regular stuff and only working on the knee? What was the month or so like coming back?
Well, the first few weeks definitely it was more working on the knee than anything else. So it's just rebuilding, strength and my memory back, and just more, confidence, in the leg. I just, I've said it before, but I just lost just so much. I was riding my dirt bike and just the confidence was just gone, especially in the leg and on the left turns, and it was terrible. I couldn't believe how bad it was, and just it was painful, but it was more like strength-wise, and it was really bad, and it just get better and better, and I still tape the knee to make sure it's not as unstable, not too bad. So, but the strength is definitely back, and all the exercises that we've been doing, it's been helping so much. So I'm really happy the way it's back. It's other than that, it's I had a really difficult couple, like I would say 2 to 3 weeks, and right now we're back to where we belong, and we just got to keep working hard and just prove how much confidence help, and training hard and doing good results.
Eli, are you getting concerned with the starts? They were really good in Supercross, and it seemed like you had totally turned the corner, and they were good at the beginning of this season, but they haven't been so great lately. Are you getting worried about that?
No, and my second moto start today was actually really good. So, and then going to the first moto today, I had an awesome jump, but then got beat. I should have went up on the grass like 250 guys, I guess, or done something. But today's starts were actually decent. So, but yeah, it's not good when Marvin gets a whole shot and he's running away by 20 seconds.
For all three of you guys, Trey announced his retirement this morning. I think at one point all three of you have been teammates, or you've known Trey. Do you have any comment on the retirement or Trey's story?
You know, I think he at least can retire with some success in the sport. You know, he's had an outdoor championship and a Supercross championship. You know, in the 250s. So, you know, not everyone lives in a perfect world, and no one does live in a perfect world. And he's had some tough goes with the injuries. So, you know, why not walk away healthy? Wasn't able to hear everything he said today going away, but all the best to him.
Yeah, I mean, everybody sees, you know, Trey's career, you know, he's done really well in 250 and even on the 450, like winning, like Eli said, championships and 450 main events and Supercross and stuff like that. So, yeah, he had a great career, but that injury he had in 2012, I mean, that was really scary. And but he came back, and he came back a few times from injuries, you know. But I think, yeah. This year I was able to, you know, have him as a teammate and work with him a little bit with testing, and especially in Supercross, and get to know him, you know. And he's definitely a great guy, and you know, I was glad to be his teammate, you know, for a year. And yeah, good luck for his next. You know, I don't know what he's gonna do, but and you know, I mean, like Eli said, you know, going away with success like that and healthy, you know, that's. I think he had enough of injuries, and you don't want to risk it anymore, because that's a lot of work, you know, to get back and healthy.
Yeah, I think you know, I kind of heard the news, and it kind of made me a little bit sad, you know, because we all kind of eventually have to come to that point in our career where, you know, you got to make that decision. And I'm happy for him, and like all these guys said, he's had a great career. He's going to walk away healthy, and yeah, best of luck to him. So, you know, it must have been a tough one for him, but I'm happy for him and wish him the best.
Dean, this question's for you. You know, looking into next season of racing, Supercross and outdoors, with Ryan Dungey retiring, Trey now retiring, Ken Roxon still obviously struggling with his injury. For you, being a guy coming onto the scene, breaking onto the podium, does that give you a little more motivation to think, okay, well, this is definitely in reach?
Yeah, I think it's just not get too far over my head, really. You know, like this year, I set small goals, and they definitely, you know, I achieved them, and then I got better results, and you know, I just kind of didn't set the bar too high. So for next year, obviously, my goals are going to be a lot bigger than they are this year, but you know, I don't want to put a bunch of pressure on myself, and you know, I'm really happy with what I'm doing right now, and I'm just going to keep working hard, and definitely looking forward to next year.
Dean, could you just explain how the signing came about? Like, were you working on this for a while, or did you just get a call like midweek during Supercross and end up on the team a few days later? How did that all come about?
Well, I think it was after the third or fourth round. I was just actually getting to the track to practice, and I got the call from Bobby Hewitt that morning, and I was literally just unloading the bike, and yeah, so it was a great feeling. And I actually unloaded the bike, and then I loaded it back up because I was ready to like drive to the Husky test track and get testing, because we didn't have much time for the Oakland Supercross. So I rode the bike 2 days and then raced Oakland and got my first top 10, which is cool. And it's kind of funny, like I'm saying, top 10 is cool, but that's just kind of where I was at that point. And this year was kind of, yeah, I was just rebuilding myself and be happy with the top 10. And so yeah, it's been a really great year, and really happy with the team and my surroundings. So it's good.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you at Washougal in a week's time.